a very good evening. My name is Sumi and I'll be talking about our company's background, whereas our company name is Love in Fashion, which is a business that manufactures clothes. And it is a partnership business owned by Charlie, Justin, Ira, Louis, Umi, and Mary with a capital of 300,000. The company has 6 full-time employees and also 4 part-time employees, whereby the concept is to follow the latest trend that offers casual and comfort for every customer who comes to purchase our product. And whereas our objective is to make the best and the most comfortable clothes in town.
Industry analysis. By the turn of the 20th century, clothing had become increasingly mass product and sold at fixed prices. As a result of pandemic, several countries went into lockdown, causing many changes in the fashion clothing industry. As a result of factory closures, clothing production has ground to the stop. The global demand for clothing increased following the coronavirus pandemic, causing the fashion clothing industry to push its limits even further and use innovative thinking as it transformed into the e-commerce fashion industry. Most people did not keep up with the fashion trends during the lockdown, but now that is over and everyone is normal back, clothing and fashion are expected to play an important role. According to slides showing the global apparel market size from 2013 to 2016, the fashion industry revenue will rise in the future.
Selamat sejahtera, I'm Poraj. I'm going to talk about the marketing and sales distribution channel, which is product, place, price and promotion. The first one is product. A product is a thing or service that a company offers to its customers. Clothing companies are sometimes known as connected business, fashion companies, garment companies or soft product companies. Love in Fashion is a clothing line that offers a wide range of items. The clothing industry summarizes the types of trade and industry along the production and value chain of clothing and garments, beginning with the textile industry, embellishment using embroidery, passing through the fashion industry to apparel retailers, and ending with the trade with second-hand clothes and textile recycling. Love in Fashion's product selection is excellent for clients on a tight budget who do not want a long-lasting professional attire. Secondly, place. Place indicates where and how people may buy the goods. Love in Fashion sells our product through a direct distribution channel. A direct distribution channel is one in which the producer sells the product directly to the consumer without the need of an additional wholesaler or retailer. Business with a limited inventory frequently use direct distribution, and there is also a frequent distribution plan from one business to another. Our organization offers its items to clients directly through an e-commerce platform. Our firm operates through a direct distribution channel. Next is promotion. Promotion is a commercial communication strategy used to transmit information to a specific customer. To promote the Love in Fashion product, our company will employ 4 techniques, which is sale promotion, digital marketing, personal selling, and public relations. Last but not least, price. Price is the amount of money given as a payment for something. The pricing strategy of the firm is determined by the target market and the competition. In order to stay competitive, a survey is undertaken to establish the prices of rival items and to assist the firm in setting prices. That's all from me. Thank you.
Capital gain refers to how a company's financial resources are distributed and invested in order to boost efficiency and profit. Returning cash to shareholders through dividends, repurchasing stock, offering a special dividend, or expanding a research and development R&D budgets are all alternatives for allocating capital. While in Love in Fashion, the capital of our company is 300,000 ringgit. The capital allocation that accommodates our business is to invest in organic growth. Organic growth is when the company expands internally by increasing sales and market growth. Companies streamline internal processes, offer new goods, or reallocate resources to new divisions to invest in organic growth. Organic growth allows our Love in Fashion to keep control of our organization, whereas mergers and acquisitions dilute or remove ownership. Next is costing method. The costing method that our company uses is absorption costing. Absorption costing is a costing system for inventory valuation. It covers both variable and fixed variable overhead costs as well as the cost of raw materials and labor. So our company actually will use absorption costing for our costing system. It is because absorption costing adheres to generally accepted accounting rules, GAAP, and accounts for all production expenses, including fixed costs. Absorption costing is a useful tool for tracking profit over the course of an accounting period. Next is costing method. The costing method that our company uses is absorption costing. Absorption costing is a costing system for inventory valuation. It covers both variable and fixed variable overhead costs as well as the cost of raw materials and labor. So our company actually will use absorption costing for our costing system. It is because absorption costing adheres to generally accepted accounting rules, GAAP, and accounts for all production expenses, including fixed costs. Absorption costing is a useful tool for tracking profit over the course of an accounting period.
Next is manufacturing process. The first step is material receiving and relaxing. The material are still released and contract before processing after receiving from manufacturer. Step number 2 is spreading, cutting and foam layout. After the textile has been relaxed, it is sent to the costume processing line, spreading and cutting section. The cloth is first chopped into homogeneous layer and then eliminated either manually or through machinery. Step number 3 is embroidery and screen printing. Self-operating machines are used to embroider with a huge number of tools working on the same design on multiple outfits at the same time. Screen printing is a process of applying paint to textile based on an illustration utilizing push and fabric dryer. Step number 4 is solving. Solving begins once the cut piece has been cut according to the seamstress measurement, color and amount. Step number 5 is stacking. The most effective technique to conduct quality control is to create a guideline as a measurement for monitoring quality performance. Step number 6 is cleaning and laundry. To emphasize the manufacturing contents, the personnel performing quality assurance must also look for stain on the costume that may have occurred during the cutting and sewing process. Step number 7 is fussing and pressing. The two transactions that has the most impact on a garment's final look are fussing and ironing. Workers control the steam with foot pedal which are direct to the iron via hoses. Step number 8 is packaging and shipping. To guarantee that fabrics remain clean and compressed throughout transportation, clothes are placed in plastic bags. The costumes are packed in disposable boxes and taken to the mall and shop where they will be sold. The next is product cost. The diagram has shown the direct material, direct labor, and overhead cost of 3 departments. When the clothes are transferred from the cutting department to the sewing department, it takes 20,000 ringgit of the cost. The same relationship exists between the sewing and packaging department. The complete clothes are transferred to the finished goods warehouse at 54,000 ringgit. Next is equivalent unit. The slide has shown the calculation of equivalent units, cost per equivalent unit, cost of goods transfer out, and cost of ending work in process. The next is wage average method. The slide has shown the calculation of total manufacturing cost, cost per equivalent unit, and total cost assigned.
An operating budget is a forecast of a company's anticipated revenue and expenses for a specific period. All other operating budgets and the majority of the financial budget are based on the sales budget. The price of the inflation clothing is RM50 per unit. The table in slide shows the first quarter selling units 3,000 at RM150,000. The second quarter at RM160,000 for 3,200 units. The third quarter at RM190,000 for 3,800 units. And the fourth quarter at RM225,000 for 4,530 units. For the coming year, the total sales budget is RM725,000. The production budget is created by combining the sales forecast and the amount of finished goods inventory that will be received on hand, and it estimates the number of units that must be manufactured. The number of units sold in each quarter of the following year is estimated to be 3,000, 3,200, 3,800, and 4,500. Below inflation growth company policy provided ending inventory to be percentage of the next quarter's sales. The units to be produced for each quarter are 3,120 units, 3,380 units, 4,010 units, 4,050 units, and 14,560 units totals for the upcoming year. A direct material purchases budget specifies the amount of material that used to be purchased to meet the production budget. According to the production budget, 3,100, 3,380, 4,010, and 4,050 units are produced in each quarter of the coming year. The price of material A is RM10 per unit, while the price of material B is RM50 per unit. For each product, clothing factory requires 2 material A and 4 material B. The factory has a policy of holding 10% of the next quarter production demand in ending inventory. The factory has 100 materials A and 300 materials B on the hand on January 1. On December 31st, the planned ending inventory was 400 materials A and 600 materials B. Material A is RM294,000 and material B RM878,100 units. Has a total direct material purchase cost of 1,192,300. The direct labor budget is used to calculate the number of work hours needed to produce the units specified in the production budget. Each quarter is budgeted units to produce 0.15 hours to produce your inflation clothes, and the average wage cost per hour is RM12. For the coming year, the total direct labor cost is RM20,280. The overhead budget is created to estimate and report all the anticipated production expenditure that the company expects to incur in the coming year. The variable overhead per direct labor hour is RM6. The fixed overhead budget is RM1,850 per quarter. The table shows the total overhead for each quarter of the year, and the total overhead for the following year is RM30,500 per year. The ending finished goods inventory budget is used to calculate the cost of completed goods inventory at the end of each budget period. The final finished goods inventory budget outlines the three major charges that must be included in the inventory asset under GAAP and International Financial Record Settlement. The cost derived from exam are direct material, direct labor, and overhead. The fact shows the calculation of the unit product cost. The total cost per unit is Rm 83.06. The total ending inventory is Rm 24,980. The budget for the cost of goods sold is used to forecast the cost of units that will be sold in the coming year. The factory overhead cost budget, direct labor cost budget, and direct material purchases budget serve the basis for the COGS budget, which updates the main component of our company's cost of goods in the coming year. The total budget for the cost of goods sold is Rm 63,154. The selling and administrative expenses budget is scheduled of expecting operating expenses other than manufacturing costs. The table shows the expenses and their amounts. Each quarter's total selling and administrative expenses are Rm 2,820, Rm 3,020, Rm 3,640, and Rm 3,180 respectively. The total for the winter year is Rm 12,300. Completing the budgeted cost of goods sold schedule and the budgeted selling and administrative expenses budget can be used to estimate operational income. Assume that the tax rate is 40%. The inflation budgeting of segment net income for the coming year is Rm 389,367.60.
Hello, my name is Nazira. Next, I will continue into my part in financial planning, which is a financial budget. Budgeting is the process of making a plan for how the company will spend the money in the coming year. Making spending plans allow the organization branch to know ahead of time whether our company will have enough money to do the things that the company needs or wants to achieve in terms of producing and collections, buying new equipment, or others to improve our productions in the future. This will allow company to quickly predict which month will be financial tight and which month will have an excess in funds. Cash available of Love Inflation. Love Inflation brand expect that our average 25% of total sales are selling by cash and balance 75% will be sales through credit. And Love Inflation expect that 90% will be paid in cash during the quarter of sales and the balance remains 10% will be paid in the following quarter. So this is the cash receipt schedule, Love Inflation. We can see that the quarter 1 is 138,750, quarter 2 total is 159,250, quarter 3 176,950, and quarter 4 is 94,687. Cash disbursement. So payment that is paid in the form of cash from one party to another is referred to as cash distribution. Love Inflation all raw material on account. 30% of purchase are paid in the quarter of purchase. The balance 30% are being paid in the following quarter. The purchase for the fourth quarter of the period year were RM1200. This is the cash disbursement of the Love Inflation. For the quarter 1 is 218,112, quarter 2 76,263, quarter 3 31,197, and quarter 4 total is 30790. Next, I will present about the cash budget. This budget is used to determine if the Love Inflation company operations and other activities will generate enough cash to fulfill its forecast cash needs. Management must identify additional sources of funding. The importance of the cash budget is avoiding shortage during the period when the company has a high number of expenses. So here is the Love Inflation cash budget. For the beginning cash balance, we have 200,400, cash sales and collections 569,637, total cash available 770,037, and then payment for raw material processing, direct material overhead, selling and administrative expenses, income tax, and equipment. Total will be the total disbursement will be 733,712, and minus this total cash available in excess of cash gonna be 36325, and then in the financing part, borrowing, repayment, and interest, total financing gonna be 10080, and then for the ending balance cash, the total financing will be with the excess of cash, which is 36325, and gonna be 46405. Thank you.
Hi, so next I'm going to talk about future planning. Love Inflation might be incoming with a receipt other competitors using the best made product, which is good into the printing methods. Customized t-shirt elevate your style by defining your personality in some way. With this, we intend to expand our targeted market widely. So next is by developing a blog or website, whereby Loving Fashion may feature videos and infographics that are relevant to our readership in addition to articles. Having this available can significantly boost our conversion. Besides, Loving Fashion Company would like to accomplish a high level of customer satisfaction and releasing new items on a special schedule, as it would allow our company to create a busy window of opportunity in optimizing huge sales and profit. And finally, through cost volume profit analysis, which is a technique for measuring the relationship between expenses, revenue, and profitability, which is also the foundation of approaches for calculation break-even point, where it has to find the minimal sales level necessary to fulfill a project objective. Thank you.